Hey everybody! So I lured Blake into watching this with me. He's not a huge Bachelor fan. But anyway, welcome to What the Bachelor. I am their host, Holly Julian. I was on season 12 of The Bachelor way back in the day. My co-host, Megan Eby, is in Mexico right now. We'll hear from her later. So let's welcome Blake Julian, my husband.
You're stuck with me. I'm the husband. Season 16 of The Bachelorette. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Seems like a long time ago.
Way better than season 12. Way back in the day. So, yeah, I'm going to be interviewing Blake later, and we have a lot to talk about because this one, I finally made him watch the first episode last night.
I'm not an avid fan, okay? I mean, I like on the periphery, I watch a little bit here and there because I have to.
I forced this upon his life.
But last night I did some cramming, and I'm getting into it. They always create some drama in the show.
Yeah,
it's what they do.
It would be like talking to us if the drama wasn't around. And so let's go to Megan in Mexico. Let's see what she's up to.
Welcome to What the Bachelor from Cancun. What do you think about Hannah B? Sir, go ahead and tell me what you think of Hannah B making a return to the show.
I don't know. I don't speak English.
Perfect. So what do you think about Pilot Pete? Do you think that he's handsome?
I don't know.
It's perfecto! What do you think about Hannah B making a return to The Bachelor?
Nothing.
Do you think that Pilot Pete is going to be a good Bachelor for this season?
Yeah, it's very good.
You think he is?
Yes.
Who do you think is the crazy one of them all? Do you think that Hannah Ann is the craziest?
Yes, it's crazy.
What do you think?
Good, say too.
Guys, I can't really hear you. I'm on vacation. Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Okay, Megan.
That is
you're
Megan.
Incredible.
Yes.
And I miss you so much. No offense. No offense. But
It's
I
early.
miss her.
I mean, I took notes.
I did.
I've taken this
made
seriously.
him. I said, bring a notebook. You have a lot of stuff to write down.
I'm studious, okay?
Yes.
Nothing if not.
He is. But this is a little fun fact. We are supposed to be in Cancun also with Megan, but I decided
Holly loves What the Bachelor so much
that
we delayed
am
our vacation
staying.
for
So,
3 days to
yeah.
hang out here. So
we leave tomorrow morning at 6
you're welcome,
a.m.
Internet.
Anyway, also, another fun fact. Tonight, Blake said, what do you even wear to this? And I just said, something casual, like this. It is my birthday, and my one birthday present, I said I wanted him to do this show with me. So let's get started.
Okay.
First of all, how did you feel about last week's episode?
All right, so I crammed 3 hours of watching into
That was a
90
lot.
minutes of paying attention. And that was tough for me to pull it all together, but some notable things. This is a good group of girls. Like you get them all
Beautiful.
together, they're very pretty.
Beautiful.
I love you the most of all the time.
Of all the
Yeah, ever. I can't state that enough, but they are very pretty.
This is I said this last episode. This is the prettiest group of girls they have ever had on The Bachelor. Ever.
Amen.
Okay. So, but did you have any favorites last week?
I mean, yeah, obviously there were some ones that stood out. It's easier to pick out the ones that, make a fool of themselves. I felt like, who was the girl? Natasha. I thought that was an awkward moment where there was this like weird paper airplane battle and they were trying to get Peter's attention, and then she rolls up with this 5-foot airplane and sets it right in front of him, and then proceeds to stand 2 feet away while he makes out with some other girl.
Yeah.
It's like that's
So
that's
I bet
bizarre.
you love her even more this episode because
she
was good TV. But he did say that he really liked the blonde Victoria, the nurse.
I did, yeah, I like her. She's the caregiver.
He said she's a caregiver.
I mean,
I like her.
She was very pretty.
Yes, and you liked Hannah Ann.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she was.
Okay,
Yes.
so enough with last week's episode. Let's get to this week's episode. We ended with a cliffhanger last week, a to be continued, and now we find out that Hannah is still in love with Peter. Dun, dun, dun.
/ Peter is still in love with Hannah. I think that's really what's. I mean, it's this weird dynamic, which you know, it's tough. You go through a hard breakup and you think I'm in love with this girl and I'm gonna bang you 4 times in a windmill, and obviously you're gonna like me after that because that's the best I got, right?
Yeah.
And then
He's got the
he gets
stamina.
shut down, yeah.
He has got the stamina, and she wanted it back. Okay, but that was so uncomfortable watching them behind the scenes, like the hidden camera, you know, like trying to weasel their way into that little conversation. But
it was an interesting dynamic. I thought that you could read a lot more into it if you were paying attention to the body language.
oh, she wanted him. She
Yeah.
was all over him. She
Yeah.
was crawling on him. I was screaming, "Get off of him!" Like, Peter, stop holding her hand. Like,
And this is the guy that she cast aside, you know?
Yeah.
So it begs the question, does she only want him now because she's got buyer's remorse because she picked some, you know, bad apple, turned out to be a you know,
yeah.
well, I don't even know the story there because I don't watch it that often, but I heard it was bad, so.
I wanted another girl to go in. That would have been really uncomfortable. But I thought it would be great if another girl walked in and was like, "Can I steal him now?" Into Hannah's
Oh, yes,
deep
he's sitting on
conversation.
her, she's sitting on his lap.
Okay, so he was covered in glitter, guys. Covered. His face was covered in glitter.
I saw that.
Was there something that we didn't see there? Megan writes in, nursing, the most trusted profession in 18 years in a row. What? I think she's talking about caregivers.
Okay. So
Thanks.
the 19th year, though, was something else. So that's,
Yeah, Peter covered in glitter, and then goes out to the girls and says, "Hey guys, I'm gonna cancel this date. I'm having a lot of feelings about, you know, like,
wait,
oh,
are we just going to gloss over the eyes that she was giving him? She was looking like straight at him saying, hey, listen,
yeah,
number 5 is right here if you want it.
Yeah.
And he somehow miraculously just went superhuman and said, nope, I'm going to stay with what I'm doing.
well, you could see him thinking. He was staring at her, thinking,
It was calculated.
I either kiss you, or this is all over. This is done.
Well, no, if he kissed her, then it would all be done,
Yeah,
right?
either I kiss you, or I'm out of here, like with
No,
you,
With her,
with whatever.
Screw the other 25 girls or 30
Yeah,
girls.
but like
or
we're
whatever.
done with this. So I'm so glad.
That was a good choice.
Yeah, I'm so glad he didn't kiss her, because then what would we talk about? All right, see you guys on Bachelor in Paradise this summer.
ABC is also happy he didn't kiss her. Yeah.
Yes.
It worked out well.
Yeah, I feel like these girls are going to come back and watch this and be like, what? No wonder. No wonder you're so sparkly.
And even if he did kiss her, like there's no way you could walk back in and look at all the other girls and then objectively say, okay, now I want to pursue something with you, right?
Right.
He was too, yeah, it's good that he cut that and left it apart.
I'm
It's
so
good.
thankful that
Yeah.
date got canceled, because I did not want to hear about all their sex stories. Like, I wasn't
was weird
into
to begin
it.
with.
It
That
was
was-
such an awkward date. Who planned that?
Yeah.
Producers. Mm-mm. Okay, let's move on to then after he cancels the date, he still has a nighttime date with them. So at least they get some time with them. And Natasha, your favorite,
Yeah, again with the drama.
she's pissed.
Well, it was interesting, right? So in that moment, in the date, he walks in and all the girls have been waiting around all day. And he's basically just like, hey, listen, this happened. I'm basically almost made out with my ex-girlfriend. So I'm going to cut my date with all you guys. And I'll see you later. And they just had to kind of take it and they couldn't say anything about it, right? The power dynamic was just so blatant. It's like he's got all the cards. And I know that's the way the show is set up. But it's just weird to see it in real life play out. It never plays out that way in real life.
You're
ever.
acting like you weren't on this show.
It's been a long time. I'm jaded, whatever.
Anyway, but she's acted all pissed with Peter, and all of a sudden Peter's like, oh, yeah, I like you. I like that you're demanding. And I was like, I was not expecting that, but.
I would have bet money that she'd be gone the next episode, but I saw her like down the road in the trailer, so.
Okay. So then he moves on to Sydney, the little Alabama girl that's not Alabama.
She sounds like she's 13 years old. She's got the voice of an adolescent, prepubescent child. It's weird.
Okay, but he did not want to be in that conversation. He was over it, And then all
Probably
of
because
a sudden
he thought he was talking to his younger sister.
then all of a sudden they were making out. Like,
Yeah, that's
but he
weird.
wasn't into it. He wasn't. What'd you say about?
Yeah, it's the neck posture. You got to watch the neck posture, right? So if both the necks are extending, they both want it, right? And his was straight up. He was like, nah, I'm gonna be here, and she's out like a tortoise, going to get it. So it was all the effort was on her part there. That's what was going on.
Okay, and then after he makes out with Sydney, then he moves on to McKenna, short blonde hair girl, totally in love already. Just loves him. She made him dance, which.
Yeah.
Stop it. We saw him dance last week. Nobody wants to see it again.
The last
Like,
time he should dance is at his wedding. Like that should be it and be done.
My favorite thing was when he did the little happy dance. I got a text from my brother that said happy dance. Like, no, like he shouldn't be doing this.
Painful.
So yeah, very painful. He shouldn't be dancing. I don't know why she made him dance.
Listen, I'll tell you this though. I found like she thought she nailed it, right? She had her little alone time, and they made out, and he put her up on the desk or whatever that was, and they kissed.
They kissed.
Yeah, and she thought, oh, I got this nailed.
Oh yeah.
And she didn't get the rose.
No.
But I did really like her optimism, because after that she said, you know what? I can't wait to have the cocktail party. I'm going to get a little more time with him. I'm going to build on that, build on the foundation that we have. Like, I thought that was really impressive.
Right.
She didn't just pout and say, oh, I didn't get the rose, and why doesn't he like me? Like, it was good. It's positive.
That's what, on a group date on my season, there was a group date, and everybody pouted. Everybody except for me. I was the only girl that didn't complain, and everybody was upset when one of the girls got the rose. And guess who got the first date after that? That's right.
You're pretty positive.
So don't pout, girls. You get dates.
Or married.
Yeah. It's hard to believe sometimes.
I know.
I guess we should give a little backstory on us. We could do that before we move on to the cocktail party.
You want to bore people?
Yes,
All
let's
right.
bore them with our lives.
Go ahead.
So there was a show called Bachelor Pad many moons ago, 8 years ago, 8.5 years ago, there was a show called Bachelor Pad, and we met on season 2 of Bachelor Pad.
They basically took the refuse from Bachelor and Bachelorette, right? The people that didn't get chosen as the one, and put 10 guys and 10 girls in the same house, the same bachelor house or whatever. And this was a competition for money. So you had to team up with an opposite sex partner and then try to navigate. It was like if you blended, Big Brother and Survivor. There were competitions.
Yes, definitely Survivor, because that was hard. Barely surviving in that house.
Yeah, and then people got voted off. So everyone would get together and then vote off the guy or the girl, depending on who had the power.
Yeah,
It
but
was
it
this whole
didn't team up until
YouTube
the end.
it's a long time ago.
Oh, I just realized I'm not wearing my wedding ring.
Oh my God. This happens all the time. She basically tries to, she went into surgery one time with no ring on and was like doped up on morphine. Was like, I'm single on the way in. I don't know what you
the
said.
doctors are gonna hit on me
Yeah.
back in surgery.
This is my life
I ain't
now.
wearing my ring. Anyway, shout out to Neil Lane who, gave me that ring. Anyway, so we met on season 2 of Bachelor Pad, and
Wait, tell him how we got to go on a date.
he just likes to brag on himself.
I mean, just one time.
Every week there's competitions, and people that win the competitions get to go on dates. And the competition that Blake happened to win was the best kisser in the house.
Oh.
And
I don't get to bring that up very often, so
right, no,
when
he tells it at
seize
every
the
party.
opportunity.
Every party.
That's
hey
not
guys, no, I know. So he won best kisser in the house. I got picked for the date, which there was a lot of drama around that, which we can talk about later because there was a part in this episode that drama happened because the producers like to stir some things up.
Yeah, what you see on screen is not the full story. Take that to the bank.
Yeah, so if you guys have any questions for Blake or I about behind the scenes, go ahead and write them in.
Anyway, to wrap this story up,
Oh yeah,
we went on a date.
We went on
I
a date.
unleashed the real power of my kissing, and then 3 months later, we were engaged. So
3 months,
take
guys.
that
3
for what it's
months. I always joke around and say, I was engaged to him, but I still didn't even know his favorite color. I'm like, who is this man that I moved across the country for?
I basically saw a good thing when I knew it and said,
I'm gonna
scoop
lock,
this up
I'm gonna
before
lock
before I mess
this
it up.
shit down.
Yeah, before I mess it up. That was
Yeah.
the thing.
Okay, so anyway, that's how we met.
All right.
Moving
can we-
on. What? What do you want to talk about? I
I
want
wanna
to talk
talk-
about the cocktail party.
Okay, can we start with Alexa?
Lexi?
Lexi.
Sexy Lexi.
Yeah, but not
Ain't
in the blue
that-
dress.
Okay.
Not in the
guys,
blue dress.
She used Scotch tape to put
was-
her dress on. Scotch tape. Who noticed that? Because what were those straps?
Not the best choice.
Yeah.
And I mean, the whole thing was just not. I was
I
like,
think her
who
dr-
is that?
maybe
And
her
then
dress was
Night
sliding.
one was like, dang, that girl's really
Night
beautiful.
1, Sexy Lexi. Night 2, sponsored by Scotch tape. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll agree with that. That's all right. On to page 2 of my notes.
No one did. Nothing got addressed in this show when McKenna comes walking out with a thing of syrup and a thing of whipped cream. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't even see that.
Okay, I didn't think it was talked about, but all of a sudden she comes walking out with. Did any of you guys see that? Did they talk about it?
Well, clearly
Okay.
it got eclipsed by Champagne Gate or whatever.
Yeah, Champagne Gate. Oh, can't wait to discuss that.
man.
But she comes. McKenna comes walking out with syrup and whipped cream. Where was she going? What was she doing?
I can't help you on this. I didn't even.
I know. I really want to know. I wanted to ask the producers, like, what was about to happen? Because, I mean, there was a point on, a season I was on, and I poured hot wax all over some man's body, but that didn't get aired. Surprise!
All right. Like I said, 3 months in, didn't really know each other.
Oh, yeah, look. Sexy Lexi turned into Messy Lexi.
That's,
We're always learning stuff about each other. You're just learned.
even 8 years later.
It was Kirk. We tied him to the bed. I'm sorry, Kirk, that I'm airing this dirty laundry of yours. It was not just me.
Did you lick foodstuffs off Kirk?
No,
All right.
it was just hot wax poured on his body.
Well, I'm okay
Why
with
didn't that air? But also, I really want to know about this syrup and whipped cream. Things happen that we don't know about, guys.
You're right. Yeah.
I want to know more.
It's a 2-hour show. They can't fit it all in, right? They've
Right,
got
but someone should have explained it. That was important to me. Okay. Let's move on to Madison. Sweet, sweet Madison.
I mean, I liked her.
Yes. She got the photo from Peter. He gave her the wrapped gift. Front runner, guys. Front runner. She already had a wonderful date, met his family, and then now she's getting a framed photo.
I mean, she seems real. She seems authentic. When you talk to her, she exudes that I'm an actual person and I'm not putting on a show. And she's already in the family photo album. So it's basically a lock.
Right. They didn't even put her on the end to be cropped out. So that's unfortunate
It's a
for
Photoshop
those.
disaster.
That is unfortunate for that family if this doesn't work out between them. Okay, so is she gonna? I wanted to see her show the girls. If that were me, I would have ran in and hid that in my suitcase immediately. But that's not how the show works. So I thought, oh, for sure, go in and show everybody what you got.
Yeah,
that didn't happen.
They're outside, right? He gave it to her outside, which is where all the conversations happen.
Right.
Right? And then everyone that's not in a conversation is waiting to be in a conversation. It's like, oh, I haven't got my time yet. They're just sitting there milling around, drinking, getting drunk, and more mad that they haven't had a conversation. And so then you have to walk in with this item, and it would naturally be a point of interest. Like, what are you
Right.
holding?
I would
And
sneak that
all the girls
shit
would have
in.
glommed right onto
Sneak
her.
it in. Hide it up my shirt. Hide it where my mic pack is. Because those are very obvious to see on the show. So they would have, yeah.
They're tight outfits. You're not going to hide a lot.
I thought they were going to do something with that because on my season, I had a one-on-one date. We went to Hollywood Boulevard. We did the whole handprints in the cement and went into the theater and did all this. We walked the red carpet, did all that Hollywood stuff.
Super original.
We wrote,
Super
we
original.
wrote I think I wrote like my bachelor's name, loves Holly. We put our handprints in. I totally was in love, totally. And then they had that cement slab shipped to the house during our date and rang the doorbell and ran and left it on the front porch. So these girls come out and then they're just shit talking me. Matt doesn't love Holly. And I was like, and then I watched it back and I was like, oh, right, I see how these girls feel about me now.
Okay, so
Holly wrote that.
listen, that is
Still pissed.
the unspoken character in the show. That is, everyone watches the show and they see the girls and they see Peter and they think, well, that's the show. But what they don't see is the army of minions called producers, that run around behind the scenes, and each producer probably has 3 or 4 friends, and they'll make friends with the contestants, or what do you call girls, whatever you're going to call them, I don't know. It's not a game show, but, contestants.
It's a contestant. It is what it is.
And so they gain their confidence, which this happened to me. I'm sure this happened to you.
Yeah.
You get someone that gets in your inner circle, and you start to trust their advice because they're in the world.
I'm remembering.
So the
I'm
producers-
remembering a strong story right now.
The producers sent that block. They're like, you know what? This will be great. This is going to be good TV. Let's create some TV.
Yeah.
And they sent that block of cement to the door. They're the same people. Like, I don't know whoever watched the show and thinks that, oh, Hannah Ann just accidentally picked the wrong champagne. That didn't happen. No. The producers said, there's a spot right over here by the fireplace. I want you guys to go sit over here.
There's a bottle of champagne outside, guys. Go ahead and pop that.
Yeah.
Didn't say, oh,
That's
the
Kelsey's bottle
over on the other side.
Not at all. No.
Yes.
So they
this
create
brings
this-
us to Champagne Gate. Let's talk about it, guys.
Oh,
Kelsey lost it.
I mean, I'd still like to know the name of that producer. What an a-hole.
No, what a genius.
They're good at their job.
He gets
but
paid
still.
well he did that. He knew what he was doing. Yes. Okay, so
Still gets
she has this very special bottle of champagne that she got for her birthday, a bottle of Dom.
Which it's a year old. I mean, how special can it be? It's a year old.
True.
It's champagne.
But it was a special bottle of champagne. She brought that with her.
If we're being honest, though, as we see later, she doesn't really drink champagne a lot.
She drinks red wine, guys. She doesn't even care about champagne.
Because she took champagne right to the face.
Oh, yes, she
right
did.
to the face.
She sure did. Okay, so I feel like I know how she feels about the champagne being popped without her around because I am friends with Megan E.B. And that is Megan loves champagne, guys. Loves champagne. And that is how she would react if someone popped her bottle of special champagne.
Well,
Okay, let's talk about when she says, I'm not a classy bitch all the time, and takes it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I've never seen a bottle of champagne be more of a validation. Because it just was like, truth. Like truth or dare. It's truth right in the face.
Truth to the face.
Yeah, it was.
Kelsey is
Man.
crazy. Sorry, not sorry. I believe Hannah Ann didn't know that was her champagne. Oh, and Blake needs to join you ladies on here all the time. People
Thanks.
like you.
Thanks, Mindy.
People like you.
But listen, I will tell you this. I feel like she made a bad move, right? When she was upset and, oh, my champagne got drank, which boo-hoo. But
Yeah.
when Peter went to check on her, she shut him out.
I don't want to talk to you.
And
I don't want to talk. Yeah.
So all you hear all night is how these girls want time with him. And he goes to personally check on you and you say, no, I'm going to shut the door.
Yeah.
I don't want to be part of
It
it.
was probably because she was fixing her makeup.
Yeah.
She's been doing that the whole show, guys.
But
the whole show she's fixing her makeup.
Well, it's because it's a lot of makeup. It's
it
a little
is.
too much makeup, probably.
Whenever I like makeup, and Megan would say it was good. Maybe she would probably say it was bad makeup.
If you didn't
but-
have so much, you wouldn't have so much to fix. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay. But do you like Kelsey?
No. I'm just gonna have to say no. I don't. There's, she seems nice. She's pretty enough. It's just, I don't like the drama. There's too much. And if one thing goes bad and it derails your entire night or your entire relationship, then you're way too dramatic. Like you need to be able. Life is gonna throw some stuff at you. You got to be able to
Yeah.
bob and weave a little bit.
When she was blowing up about the champagne, I immediately said, no one's going to want to marry that.
Yeah.
Like, no one
knocks
wants
over
that.
the other champagne, like breaks glasses.
Yeah, I don't care about it. Like, that's not wife material.
No.
She needs to grow up a little bit. She looks older. I don't know how old she is, but she needs to grow up a little bit. Moving on.
Okay.
Moving on.
We've trashed her enough. I'm sorry.
I know. I'm
Sorry.
so sorry, Kelsey. But you're a lot. Okay, guys. The group date. The runway show. Back in my day, I believe it was 2008 when I was on The Bachelor. I said 1901, baby.
That's bold.
Okay.
bold to throw that out there.
Just showing
You still
my
look
age.
great. Oh
I'm
my
showing
God.
my age. I'm not gonna. It's my birthday, I'm showing my age. Okay, so there was a runway show on my group date. They repeat dates, if you guys haven't noticed, year after year, but they'll go back and watch and be like, oh, that was great. We'll do that again. So when you said the producers can make you do anything, here's my story. Oh, it's just awkward. I hate reliving this.
I can't wait.
There
to hear
is
this.
a runway show, and they had asked me, do you want to do something special on the runway?
Yes. Do tell.
And I decided that it would be awesome to do a runway show, but instead of walk it in heels, I'm going to moonwalk the whole runway.
The whole thing?
Yeah. So
That's a bold move, Cotton.
it is a secret talent of mine, but it was just really embarrassing. But that wasn't the most embarrassing part. It was that I said, because the producers said, you should say this. And so I said, I'm going to moonwalk away with his heart, which is... Guys,
cheesiest of all
the
cheese.
cheesiest. I mean, they feed you lines,
They
and
do.
they kept saying,
They do.
do you want to say it? Do you want to say it? And I was like, guys, I can't say that.
Sometimes they make you say it a few times to like get it right.
Yeah, and
then
so
you're
I
you feel
kind of
so
said, I
just
was
like a
like,
product.
okay, I'm going to say it. I'm just going to get it over with because that's what they really wanted me to say. Said it, and I hope nobody pulls out that clip. I don't find it. Nobody. This is very embarrassing. And then, of course, that episode was about to air, and I was like, please don't air that. Please don't air that. And then they show me moonwalking, and then I say it. And I was like, there it is. There. Okay. Moving on, guys.
I mean, they're not doing that for their health, right? They're like, okay, this is going to be 10 seconds of TV that I can bank.
Right. Then I'm just going to make fun of this girl real quick.
I can't wait to go find that on
Thank
YouTube.
you. My favorite part about that runway show was when the guy said, Shh, this is a really sexy Amish person in her hat. I loved it. I love him. I love Janice Dickinson. I got to model some weird runway show for her way back in the day, right after I got off The Bachelor, actually. And she's great. She's
Yeah.
fun.
Somebody did some good dental work on her. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, he's a dentist. He comments on her teeth.
That's what I see.
He comments on everybody's
Not
teeth.
really age appropriate, but it's,
Okay,
it looks good.
so when Kelsey walks down the runway, she hands Peter some champagne.
yeah.
I'm
like,
over
beat a
that.
dead horse. Come on.
Yeah,
Right?
she definitely beat that horse dead. Like no one. I don't want to kill a horse. Can we have a new saying?
You're gonna coin one right now. Soak a mushroom. She's vegan, so what do you do? I don't know.
Megan, I'm vegan. Yeah, okay, so yeah, she handed him the champagne, and I was like, gosh, this is just, at this point, I'm like, all right.
I feel like you're glossing over the fact that The Bachelor went down the runway, and it was the most awkward thing I've ever seen.
He looked cute. I love Peter.
Man,
Peter's adorable. He shouldn't dance, but he's adorable.
it's okay. You're right. You know what? You're right. He's
Go
he's
ahead.
He's a
Why
pilot.
don't you stand up and give me
I'm
your...
not trying to trash The Bachelor, right? I'm sure the nation wouldn't enjoy that.
There's plenty of things you could wear around here, like this nice helmet behind your head. You could probably... Why don't you model that for us?
I'm just
Everybody
saying.
would like to see it, I think.
Although, you know what? To his credit, it is difficult to get out of your comfort zone and do things, kind of like Victoria. but-
Okay, yeah, Victoria acting all shy the whole time. Like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this. And then gets out there and it's like,
Crushes it.
guess what? I'm just going to wear lingerie. I'm that shy. I'm not comfortable with my body.
Well, I mean,
But I'm not
she dipped
so...
her toe in the water. She went with a sparkly belt first. You know, rhinestone belt was like got her going.
Yeah,
I
I know.
mean-
I'll tell you what, when she got off stage and said, I blacked out, it's true, you do. That's the biggest adrenaline rush.
When I went,
Especially when you moonwalk down the runway.
well, shit, I don't even remember. So if you go back to night one, when I got out of the limo to go, meet the Bachelorette, zero recollection
Yeah,
whatsoever.
I don't
I'm
remember.
Like, I think I said words. I all of a sudden I knew I was on a couch with a drink in my hand. It's like, well, that didn't go well. I'm
Just
sure it didn't.
like tonight.
Yeah.
You guys, seriously, it is a scary thing getting out of that limo. Like, you think it's easy. You're
Yeah,
just like, oh, you're just going up and meeting someone. It is the most nerve-wracking thing knowing everybody in the entire world is about to judge you. Megan, Blake, I'm ready to see you moonwalk. Put the helmet on and moonwalk. I think this is going to be a great show.
Clearly directed at the wrong person. I didn't claim I knew how to moonwalk, okay? But
You
Holly's
could
got some interesting footwear on. Maybe you could moonwalk in that.
Yeah.
That'd be a trick.
My Nashville boots. Okay, so Victoria is in the end with Hannah Ann.
Well, listen, before that, right? I was like, listen, they said evening wear. They didn't say what part of the evening. She comes out and blows out this
Yeah.
lingerie one piece, and I thought, whoo, girl,
Did you like it?
it was great.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh, he liked it.
No, I don't like anyone as
He
much as you.
liked it, girls.
But this is the lesson, honestly. Like if you distill it down, pay attention. She has all the makings of the most beautiful woman if you take away the insecurities.
Yeah, every woman though. That's
Well,
every woman,
there you go.
right? Every single woman.
There
We
you
all
go.
have insecurities. No
Problem
one's perfect.
solved.
Oh, there we go. All right, guys, you heard it. You heard it first.
I'm just saying, like when you
Just be confident. You get everything.
the words and the behavior backstage don't match at all to what you see on stage.
Right.
So she has the ability to
That's
perform.
like Instagram and real life.
No. There's no editing and photoshopping and posting only the things. Like it was
I
still
don't do
her. It was still her. But at the same time, what she was worried about and then what actually happened were two totally different things.
Okay, so
She needed
it
confidence.
gets down to Victoria. Moving on to
Okay.
this.
This is
a
our marriage in a
rambler.
nutshell. I'm trying to
You
make
guys,
a salient point,
this is
and I just get
like,
shut down.
This is us on the weeknights, guys. this is just
know.
life. What?
all the time.
What?
You just don't care what
Okay,
to say.
we just gotta keep moving. So Victoria and Hannah Ann comes down to the two of them, and Hannah Ann just is just whipping her little skirt all over Victoria. Yeah, and then Hannah Ann stays on the runway, guys.
She didn't even stay. She like went and then
Victoria
turned back for another
was
look.
like, I'm gonna go, and then Victoria, not confident, Victoria turns back and is like, is Hannah Ann coming? And then Hannah Ann's like, yeah, I'll be right there, bitch. And then turns around and is like, nope. That's right. Look at me, and then I'll just go and walk. Give me a runway, guys. Ooh, felt good. Anyway, that's how she won. Stayed out there.
I know I need to help you on this, but I'm not Megan. I can't do the same things. But at the same time, I don't think she had planned to whip her dress at anybody.
No. She was
going to do it, and then
Yeah.
Victoria was just in the way.
If you want to be Megan, just say a couple curse words, some foul.
Are we allowed to curse on this thing?
It's late night television.
Oh, shit.
We're a shit show, guys. Okay, so where are we? At the end of the fashion show, she wins all the clothes. Lucky girl. Revolve is amazing.
Which I don't feel like she needs the clothes. I mean, she's going to make a lot of money when Hallmark picks her up to do the Christmas specials. So,
Yeah.
she'll be fine.
Okay, so Victoria on the date is crying to
Which again,
Peter.
it's like this roller coaster.
very self-conscious again.
It was, he finally saw me. It's great. And then I didn't win, so my life is terrible. Like, come on, get
Yeah.
some stability.
Yeah, so she's like, I'm so sad, really, because I didn't win all those clothes. That's what I would be upset about. And he's like, okay.
That's getting more to the point of it, yeah.
I'm going to give you a consolation prize. Here's a rose.
It was a bit of a pity rose.
I want the clothes, not the rose, guys.
I gotta say. Story of your life.
So, okay. And then I hate flowers. I don't want the flowers. I would much rather have clothes. Anyway, fun fact about me. Okay, so then the date goes on. Kelsey and Hannah Ann at it again. Always at it. Are you?
It's not gonna go well.
No. Yeah, so Hannah Ann says.
Oh, I'm being bullied. She framed it. She was very smart, right? So I don't.
She was very
smart. She's very calculating.
Yeah.
And honestly, Kelsey, she called it. She said, "You're calculating, and I'm real." And you can tell that Hannah Ann is very meticulous in the way that she presents things. And she was talking to Peter in a way that made it seem like, you know what, she never said, this person's mean to me, I'm, they're bad for you. It's more, I had a hard night, I felt attacked, I felt this way, and then it made Peter want to protect her. And that's why he pulled Kelsey aside and was like, listen, I don't stand for bullying, you can't do that. And Kelsey's like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
So Hannah Ann was very smart that way. Maybe not genuine,
so
but very smart.
So in that fight, are you Team Kelsey or Team Hannah Ann?
If I hadn't seen Champagne Gate, I'd probably be Team Kelsey. But Kelsey's a little crazy.
But Champagne aside, just that fight.
How many mean champagne aside? You got to factor in
champagne,
things you know about people.
How can we put the champagne aside? It was all she talked about, I guess, right?
It's not the champagne. It's the way she reacts to things.
Didn't Peter bring a bottle of champagne out for the two of them on that date?
Yeah, it's not.
I'm over the champagne.
Exactly.
Anyway, have a drink, Blake.
I'm Team Hannah.
Okay, so that
Kelsey's going to be gone soon. You'll see. That's my prediction.
Do you have? Okay, so after this episode, do you have any favorites? We didn't see a lot of your favorite girl, other Victoria, blonde Victoria.
Is that the caregiver?
Yes,
I do like
the
her.
caregiver.
I
think she's called a nurse, you old man.
That's what it said in night one. All right, like I said, I crammed last night. I learned a lot of things. I'm trying to keep it all in.
Caregiver. Okay, so.
Honestly, there are several women that are potential stars.
Right. Okay, so guys, we need to discuss something about Hannah Ann. She posted let's pull up Hannah Ann's picture that she posted on Instagram.
What?
And she posted this and then commented on her own photo. Beautiful date, Maddie. You are so genuine and real. That's so embarrassing. Her caption says, woke up feeling super grateful. The most perfect date with the most perfect guy. And then she writes to herself, beautiful date, Maddie. You're so genuine and real. I love what you're doing right now. Like, just.
I don't have Instagram, full disclosure, so
you guys,
I'm confused.
What was that about? So I heard that she created her own little fan site and.
Wait, you said Hannah Ann.
Hannah Ann.
Posted a photo about Maddie and her date?
Wait, was that? No, wait.
That was all Maddie.
It was Madison. It wasn't even Hannah Ann. I'm just way off here. Oh, it's just the brown hair. Okay, guys. That was Madison. Sweet Madison that got the picture.
Yeah, the family girl.
I just really messed that up.
Okay, so it's not me then. It's you.
Yeah.
I'm going to have another drink.
I'm not drinking, and he is, and I just really butchered that picture. So Maddie posted the picture of the date and then comments herself.
That said,
you're really great and genuine.
Oh, that's weird.
Yes.
Maybe someone got a hold of her phone?
Nope. So I heard that she has she created a fan account for herself. So then she was trying to comment on her own photo.
That's not okay.
That's not okay, guys.
That's not okay.
Instagram's not that important.
That's not okay.
So, but the funniest part is every single person commented underneath and said, "You're so genuine and real," just making fun of her. And she kept saying, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody."
Well,
thank
she got
you.
the validation that she gave herself. So
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
know. You know what? I think we should all do what Maddie did. Let's all go and post on our Instagrams and tell each other.
What
tell
to say.
us. No. I'm gonna say, Holly, you look great today. You know.
I say that to you every day.
No. I need to tell myself. I need to remind myself. That's how we be confident. Victoria, why don't you go comment on your own Instagram and tell yourself that you're confident and you're beautiful and you can walk down that runway.
You is kind.
Yes.
You is smart.
Yeah.
There's a movie
We're gonna
about
do
that,
this.
right?
Yeah, there is a
that's the
movie
thing.
about that. Okay, so we're going to take a second let's talk about this. Our show, What the Bachelor, is brought to you by Pronk Studios, this beautiful place. If you ever wanted to start your own podcast but didn't know where to begin, Pronk is a beautiful studio where you can sit down. Are you enjoy the sitting?
I'm glad I'm not standing. It's true.
You can enjoy this beautiful studio, record your own show, have it edited, and published automatically. They do everything. So whether you're a business or just someone with a passionate point of view, check out Pronk Studios at pronk.tv.
Wait, for real? So if I just had really felt strongly about something, I could.
Yes, you can have your own show.
I'm glad to know this is available.
What would Blake's show be?
Check in 3 weeks.
So, Megan, didn't you have some questions for Blake? Because I have some questions for Blake. Let's go. Blake, I'm going to interview you.
Okay. Here we
Is
go.
there anything you wanted to say about this episode? Anything before we stop talking about that?
I mean, no. I'm excited to see where things go.
He's invested now, guys.
Yeah. Now that I'm into it, I feel like it's got some potential. And honestly, as bad as his dance moves are, Peter seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
You know?
I like Peter a lot.
I see where I really hope things work out, because you know that he's still torn, and he thinks that Hannah is still great, even though she cast him aside like yesterday's fruit, which nobody likes.
Peter has got to know that if it doesn't work
not a
out
saying.
nobody casts aside fruit. Okay.
Unless it's like
Rotten fruit.
really old fruit, yeah. Anyway, no one wants
We're
that.
just making up things over here, guys. Welcome to the show.
Point being,
I love Peter, and
Yeah.
I think that if it doesn't work out with whoever he picks, then he has Hannah as a backup, like she always had him as a backup.
no, that's not the way it works. I'm sorry, but no. That's not.
Okay.
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 All right. We'll disagree later.
So,
off
Blake,
camera.
tell us how you got on The Bachelorette.
Well, it's not an exciting story. I thought it was a prank call. I mean, I did.
That
I thought
is funny.
I
That
was.
is funny. He thought I was getting a prank call.
I did. I was. I got a phone call one day, and somebody claimed to be a casting producer, and I thought, "Pfft, whatever, and almost hung up. But apparently, I have a younger sister.
Apparently.
Apparently, this is what happened. I have a younger sister, and she decided to take a few photos off my Facebook profile and submit them. You know how they always say, like, if you know who could be the next Bachelor or Bachelorette.
Yes, I know. You threatened to sign me up one time. When we were married. I mean, we were married and watching the show, and it said, if you would like to see someone on The Bachelor or Bachelorette, please go to. And he was like, I'm about to sign you up.
I might
again.
have had some buyer's remorse at the time. You know, I was like, maybe I could, ship you off to
Yeah.
certified pre-owned.
Well, he's ridiculous, you guys.
Anyways, yeah. So I had no idea, and so Bailey signed me up, and I basically hung up on the casting producer, and then they, I guess, thought that was good. So
He played hard to get, guys.
I did.
He
Well,
was this is a joke.
I thought it was a scam. So
Hey, would you like to be on The Bachelorette?
Nope. Click.
You got real funny, guys. April Fools.
Yeah. But I went through and I did all the things. Like I made the whole casting video, and actually the girl that I was kind of like pseudo talking to at the time got super mad that night because we were supposed to go out on the town, and I was in my apartment with my buddy making this video. Yeah, you don't know all about this.
You guys, this is breaking news.
It is
I didn't
new
know he
to
was
her.
dating someone.
I mean, I wasn't dating. We weren't dating.
I didn't know him at the time, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But oh my God, this is shocking.
But
this is the most dramatic episode of What the Bachelor ever.
She
Go
was
on.
irate though. She was like, we're supposed to leave. It's this time. And I was like, you know what?
Where are you going?
We're just going downtown. We're just going out downtown.
Wait, so she finds out that you're going on the show?
No,
And you're
no,
about
not
to
at
go on
all.
a date with her?
No, you got this all wrong. All wrong.
I'm being dramatic.
Yeah. Basically, I'm trying to make a video, right? You see all the bullshit videos that
You're making a Bachelorette casting
yeah,
video.
select me video with Kyle. You know Kyle.
Wait, so Blake is like all the other contestants.
Yep.
He had a girlfriend back home.
Did not have a girlfriend, first of all. Casual acquaintance,
Okay.
put it that way. Basically, casual enough that we were supposed to go
Do
out.
I know this girl?
You might. You know her name. It's not important.
Oh, I hate this girl.
Oh my God.
I hate her. I hate this girl. She did some mean stuff to me.
Anyway, this is before I ever knew Holly.
I know.
Way before, so.
But
this is-
her love continued
a
after we
beat.
were engaged.
Point being, I had to make the video, and then I flew out and did all the interviews and everything. The only reason they let me on the show was I didn't know how it worked.
Because you had a girlfriend. They were like,
No,
yes,
not-
another one. We need this.
I did not have a girlfriend. But this is listen, anyone that wants to get on the show, just tell them you're an asshole, because that's what got me. I was just basically saying I tell the truth and I don't sugarcoat a lot of things.
Nothing. Guys.
It comes out pretty raw, unfortunately.
Nothing. No sugarcoating whatsoever. I wish Megan were here.
Yeah,
Because
she could vouch for sure.
Would vouch for sure for this.
Especially if I've been drinking.
Yeah.
This
is why he drank tonight. This is perfect.
So I didn't realize. So I'm in the casting room. Whatever. They basically do an ITM, which is called in the moment, which is where they've got all the candles behind you and the soft lighting and everything,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you're talking into the camera, but you're really talking to a person that's right next to the camera, so it looks like you're talking to the camera. And I learned all this on the fly. Didn't realize that there's giant cables that run from the camera right underneath the door into an adjoining room. And then okay, you did a great job. Walk through this door, and I walk through the door, and I see 3 couches full of casting producers or whatever that are sitting there watching the whole thing live. And I thought, well, that's fucking intimidating.
Yeah.
Right? And so they started asking me questions, and well, you said you're kind of a jerk. What does that mean? Like what would you say to this guy? And I just roasted him, and then Alon spoke up. Yeah.
What did you say?
Alon spoke, and I was like, well, you obviously need to work out more. You look unhealthy, and I just talking to people. So that's how I made my way on the show.
You guys,
Yeah,
such a romantic.
I know.
You should,
Sorry. Deep down, I'm honestly made of solid chocolate.
Solid chocolate.
Very sweet and,
No.
No.
Okay, so my next question. I've learned a lot in this interview tonight, guys. He had a girlfriend when he went on the show.
Erroneous, not true.
Erroneous. Okay, did you like your Bachelorette?
She was very nice.
So he was on Ashley A. Bear season. She was a dental student at the time, and Blake is a dentist, so I think that was...
Some friction right off the bat. I didn't like it.
Why?
Because they claimed, they said they billed her as a dentist.
Oh, they did say she was a dentist
Yeah,
at the time.
and I was like, you know what?
And Blake is a...
Actual dentist, not a dental student. There's a distinction.
No, he's like, no, you lied. That's a bold-faced lie.
Well, sorry if I play by the rules.
Yep. Okay, so there was friction.
So yeah, so I was like a little tainted. You know what? I did this on the first date. That's the first time I ever met her, and they never showed it. But I gave her a toothbrush and said,
Guys.
when you become an actual dentist, give this to a patient.
So when he said...
I don't know how I made it through night one, but I did.
When he said, oh, you were a producer pick for sure then.
Well, you know.
They're like, oh, we're just going to keep that asshole around. When you become an actual dentist...
I mean, she had made it. It takes a lot of effort and hard work to become a dentist. I mean, it's...
But she is a dentist now.
Yeah. Congratulations, Ashley.
She
Well done.
married JP.
Which is a great guy.
That was
Love
on,
JP.
Yes, they're great. And I did just see a commercial that they're going to be on.
Yeah, I didn't
We
hear
don't know
anything
what's
about that.
going on with
Health
Ashley and JP,
issues?
but we will be praying for you guys. But yeah, my next question was, do you miss Ashley? You could be married to her right now.
Listen,
That could be your wife.
I had a great time on the show, and she could wear some white pants like no one's business, but I love you more than anyone
I
in
can
the
wear
entire
some
world.
white shoes like no one's business.
That's-
But I did joke around every time she got pregnant. I always said, that could be your baby. That could be your baby.
Would have been a lot easier.
Yeah, I know. We tried for 7 years for
Had
a
some
baby,
issues.
guys. But
We got one now.
we have a baby now. She's 4 months old and she's incredible. Okay, so Megan wrote some questions. Do you have the questions on? Do you want them on the screen or do you want me to read them?
No, read them.
Okay, I'll read them. We have some great behind the scenes people, you guys. Okay, so Megan wrote some questions from Mexico, and she's asking you, Blake, describe the first time you saw me and what were your first impressions?
Oh my goodness. I have to do this on air?
Yeah,
Listen,
you can be honest.
all right. I thought,
I'm nervous.
I mean, if I'm being honest, which I'll be honest, I thought, you've got the best legs I've ever seen.
These are long legs, guys.
I mean, they're good. They're, what is the word? Lithe? Lithe?
Nobody understands your words.
Yes, it's a word, right? You know,
He's
it's
got
a
an
word.
extensive vocabulary, guys.
And you had this little, like, almost like a peacock mini skirt going on, or
Feathered
some,
skirt.
Yeah, yes. It was tough to. It was tough to focus after that. I forgot your name. I met you and
He
thought,
did,
this
and
is
I
great.
called him out.
Yeah.
I said, hi, I'm Holly. It's nice to meet you. All the girls are gonna love you. You have such a great smile. I wasn't after him.
I
was
could've been like-
I was still like, yeah, the girls are gonna love you. And
Okay,
then
let's turn the tables. What did you think after you met me?
I
Just the
said-
smile, like all the girls are gonna love me. I don't give a shit about this guy.
someone's getting real relaxed here
Is that
with the
let's
questions.
get real. Come on.
Okay, this is now turned into counseling. Where's our therapist? So no, my first impression of you, I said you have really great teeth, and all the girls are gonna love you. I was not interested right off the bat. I thought, oh, this is a handsome man. I requested a handsome man when I walked through the door. The producers provided it.
But you weren't. All right. Well, you know what? Neither was I.
Yes, you were. You were into it. Okay. I just take longer. I like a personality.
It took me a minute to
Look,
ruminate.
I remember you saying legs for days on Bachelor Ped.
It was
He
there-
did. He liked my legs immediately.
We had
Okay.
we had a lot of tension. Anyone who's ever seen the show, there was tension.
No, there was a lot that they didn't air with Blake and I,
Mm-hmm.
and we did. We liked each other, and we wrote secret notes to each other because we didn't want to talk on.
That was
camera.
after the date. That was after the date.
Oh,
All
okay.
the notes were after the date.
Oh, okay. So there
That was when after I like gave you the kissing magic, and then.
Oh my God.
That's right.
that
And then you
kissing
were
magic.
involved.
Let's take this glass of whiskey away, guys.
Other than that, we were fighting because I was yelling at. We're digressing. Let's get back on track.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But there was one point in the show where we had a swimming competition, and I did say on camera, I hope Blake drowns in the pool today.
Yeah.
There was some tension between us, but they never aired
I
that.
prefer to think of it as passion. We had a lot of passion.
Hope you drown, Blake. Oh, can't get enough of you. Okay, she has a question. Describe the time you both knew you were in love with one another.
I know the exact moment. How about you go first?
Was it in,
I'm not going to help you.
when you loved me or when you told me you loved me?
It's your turn.
So I'll tell that cute little story.
You can't use my story. When was your time?
When did I know I was in love with you?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I started, it was on the show because
Really?
it was later on in the show.
That was
It was
a
3 weeks.
6-week show.
Blake was getting kicked off
Yeah.
because of me. I had to choose a different partner. And
She was very pragmatic.
I wanted to win, and I had to get rid of him to win. Okay, I'm very smart. And I knew that he was getting kicked off, and so I wrote him a note that said, "This isn't the end of us." And I packed him a bag of Oreos because he loves Oreos.
I do love Oreos.
And so
They
you
were-
didn't.
that was good.
I think there's a slight clip of me sneaking the Oreos in the note to you as you're leaving, as you're getting in the limo to leave.
I mean, there's a full
Anyway, so
clip of
that
me
was
reading
my
it.
time. What was yours? When did you love me?
Let's not gloss over the fact that you felt like you loved me when I was leaving the house. That's a revelation that I haven't heard yet.
We are learning so much about
Yeah.
each other. This is like counseling.
I'm coming back next week because this is good. This is good. I didn't feel like I loved you. I mean, I knew I liked you intensely. You were amazing, and I wanted to be with you all the time. So much so, right? That, I mean, you could talk about when we were getting off the show, right? And you had just done the whole Ka thing, and my best friend was having a wedding,
Oh yeah, that's when you loved
and
me.
I
He
needed
didn't
a
love
date
me.
to the wedding.
No, guys.
Let's not focus on
guys,
that part.
Here's a fun story. I get off
Let's
the
not
show,
focus on that
and
part.
I call him in the middle of the night. I get my phone back. The show's ending. He had already been kicked off.
She kicked me off. What do you mean?
And okay, I call him at 1 o'clock in the morning when the show ends, guys.
Answered.
He has his best friend's wedding the next day, and he said, "Do you want to be my date to the wedding?" And I said, "Yeah." He was
Perfect.
in LA. I lived in LA. He already had a date to the wedding.
What guy doesn't have, like
had-
Boy Scouts have a
He-
preparedness
he
plan.
so just like he had a girlfriend when he went on the show, he already had a date to the wedding. Ditched the girl for me. Okay, it all worked out. That's just a fun little story. Let's go to the next question. If you could change one thing about your whole stint on the Bachelor or Bachelorette franchise, what would it be? I think your reputation.
No, I mean, on The Bachelorette, it was fine.
Yeah, but Bachelor Pad, they needed a villain.
Yeah, and I
And
was
he
happy to
was-
supply the role. They gave me all the Jack Daniels I wanted and then just let me loose. And which is, I've learned in hindsight, it's not a great idea.
Yeah.
But,
I don't.
so yeah, I would change that.
I think if I were to change anything, I would not have moonwalked. Or at least not said that I was going to moonwalk away from with his heart.
You think they would have got you past the 2-on-1? I don't think so.
Gosh, you just stick me where it hurts. I went home on a 2-on-1 date, guys. Okay, to Blake. When you met Holly, did you... I don't know what that says. Oh, did the show push you to go after her, to marry her, or did you want to do it on your own? This should be an interesting answer. Or did the producers, did you ask them for assistance? Did you want to marry me, or did the show want you to marry me?
So, interesting point there. No, so this kind of goes back to when I knew I had fallen in love with her, and I knew, I mean, after that date, right, so she went to my best friend's wedding, she was amazing, and 2 weeks later was my 10-year high school reunion, and I said, you have to come, I'm gonna buy your plane ticket, come with me, and I mean, I couldn't spend enough time with you. I knew I loved you. I wasn't ready to commit that much. And then the producer was like, well, it'd be kind of cool if we did this on the finale.
So he just wung that and was like, hope this works out.
Yeah, so I got nudged along a little bit. I knew where I was going, but I got sped up a little bit, I think.
Let's just really be realistic. I don't
Yeah.
think Blake knew he was married until about 2 years into our marriage. Let's be honest here.
I
He's like,
mean-
oh, that moved really fast. So.
It's different. It's different than being single, for sure.
Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed our counseling session this evening. It's been great. It's been great for us. We've learned a lot about each other.
Very cathartic. Thank you.
I would like to thank you for coming on in place of Megan tonight. You guys can watch here live on Facebook every Monday after the show. We will also be on YouTube, and soon we will be on podcasts, so you can listen to us as you drive. And we, hope to have special guests coming on, and we can't wait to keep discussing the rest of this season. I cannot wait to find out what happens and who Peter picks. So thank you again for joining us on What the Bachelor. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.